All right, hello, fellow fingerstyle guitar pickers and Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins fans. What I wanted to do here for us all is make a little tutorial on how to play Jerry Reed's Guitar Man. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through the tuning, the chords, the right hand and the left hand patterns, and try to just demystify what's going on. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I recently had a little bit of free time due to the COVID pandemic, and I wanted to learn this song. This has been on my list of to learn songs for a very long time. I just haven't had the time to learn a complicated song like this in a very long time, and I did, and I've been going through this song for about a couple of months now, and I learned it and I performed it, and it's a great song. It took a lot of work, and I didn't find too much information on how to do it, so I just wanted to make this video so that I could share it with you or any young pickers out there who may want to learn this Jerry Reed tune. Okay, and so let's just dive right into it without any further ado, I guess, as they say. And I just want to talk about the tuning to get started. So the tuning for this song is kind of strange. All right, the tuning for it is D flat. Let's go through each string. You get D flat. Next string after that, A flat. And if I'm looking over here, I'm just looking at my my paper. I made some notes on it here. And the notes are available on the website, brianbakerguitarstudio.ca, so you can download the PDF as well. Okay, so your E string becomes a D flat. Your A string becomes an A flat. Your D string then becomes a D flat. Your G string becomes a G flat string. Your B goes up to a C. This is the interesting one. Okay, and then your last one goes down to an E flat. Okay, so if you tried to make a chord out of all those things, what you'd have is you'd have D flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and E flat at the same time. So this tells me what this chord is. It's a suspended fourth and a suspended second chord all at the same time. Okay, pretty wild. But what this does for you, it gives you the chords of a 12-bar blues in a very, very easiest way I've ever seen to play it. So you've got the 5th fret here. That's D flat 7. And then you move it back 1 fret. That's going to give you G flat 7, your tritones. Okay, so what your tritone is, if you don't know, your tritone is the notes of your chord that makes your chord what a dominant 7 chord is. So when you're reading a chord chart and it says like G7 is the chord, the notes that are making it sound like G7 the most is the 3rd and the flat 7 in your scale, all right? So that's why they call it a tritone, because they're 3 notes apart in the scale. All right, so the tritones here, you got D flat tritone, G flat tritone, back up to G flat again. And then the last one is A flat. And that gives you your 3 chords for blues. And that's what Jerry Reed's doing here. This song is basically just a blues tune with a crazy complicated right and left hand pattern. And I guess what it reminds me of a lot, too, is Dr. John, when he plays piano, on how Dr. John talks about second-line rhythm in some of his videos, where he's playing these crazy rhythms and singing at the same time. And that's, I think, what's going on here a lot, too, with this Jerry Reed song, which is crazy because Jerry Reed's so known for being like such a country guy. And this is real serious. This is a jazz cat song, if I ever seen one. So then you get 5th fret, on your G and B strings, which is turned into your G flat and C string, is your D flat 7, G flat 7 on the 4th fret, D flat 7 on the 5th, and then A flat 7 back on the 6th again. And Jerry Reed's doing it with his pinky so that he can go over here and reach the blues pattern. So what the pattern is, it's blues. It's okay, and I'll just kind of move up a little closer maybe so you can see what that is. So you got open, 4, open, 2, 3, 2, open, 4. And those numbers I'm calling out are the tablature numbers for it, okay? If you're, just in case you're wondering what's he saying, 2 and 4 for. Okay, so that's what's going on. He's playing the blues, and he's also hitting this chord with it. And one thing about Jerry Reed is that a lot of times you'll see his middle finger and 3rd finger are kind of together, working together a lot, and they're kind of grabbing the chord. And then his index finger every once in a while is going to be popping that D string. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it quickly here. You got the chord first, then Then your thumb's going to come up to your E string, hit the D flat string. So you got. So basically what I'm going to do here, just to kind of make this simple, I'm just going to refer to the strings as what they are in standard tuning. Okay, we just went through what we've changed them to, but just to make this demonstration a little easier on the head, I guess, to call out the string names, we're just going to use what standard tuning string names are. Okay, so you got the 5th fret G and B string for the chord with the blues going on. Your 2 fingers are together on your right hand. Index finger is responsible for the D string. Okay, and you don't really use your bottom string until you get to the solo section where he's going. Okay, that's going to be in the next chapter. So here we go. So we got the chord, top string, D string, index finger, 4th fret top string, the 2 5s together, and then down a string, open A string and the 2 5s, then the open D, then the 2nd fret, and then the 2 5s, then the 3rd fret, the D string, the 2 and the 2 5s together, then the open A string and the 2 5s, then the pop the D string, and then the 4th fret. Okay, so I learned the song by figuring it out by ear, by slowing it down. I use YouTube to settings to slow it down so I could get it, you know, like. Okay, I'm up to speed, I guess. I'll show you. With the lyrics, well, I quit my job down at the car wash, left my mama a goodbye note. Okay, so that's how you play part 1 of Guitar Man. You've got your tritones here on the 5th fret, your D flat chord. We're just going to stay there for now. Level 2 instructional will have the what you do on the other 2 chords as well. I just wanted to go over the 1 chord of your blues, your D flat 7 chord in this case. And I'll do it again. So it's the 2 5s together, thumb up top, then your D string, 4th fret and the 2 5s, open A string, the 2 5s, your D flat chord, then your D string, index finger, A string, 2nd fret, the 2 5s, 3rd fret, then open D string, 2nd fret, A string, the 2 5s again, A string and 2 5s, or the D flat 7 chord, proper, open D string, 4th fret on the top. Okay, so you're hitting the tritone, popping the D string, and playing the blues. Nothing to it, right? Wrong. So what you have to do when you're learning a song like this, you have to break it down. And don't get too overly frustrated. This is a really, really hard tune. And in fact, some of my students will ask me, what's the hardest song you've ever learned to do? And to be super duper honest with you, I have to say this is probably one of them. I've always wanted to learn this song. And recently, due to the pandemic, I've had lots of time on my hands. So I've been learning tunes that I normally wouldn't have time to learn. And this one particularly stands out in my mind and as one of the weirdest ones, or most difficult. Not weird, I guess. It's brilliant when you really think about it, but how complex it is, and to be able to sing, and how Jerry Reed would have thought up all these things and be able to sing and do all this at the same time. So when you learn something like this, you have to do really, really slow, like painful turtle speed, and just go. Even slower than that. I'm sorry. I mean, someone like who's a professional fingerstyle guitar player who's probably on tour playing Jerry Reed songs every single night for his whole life could probably think about Guitar Man and go, okay, and then move right into it really quickly. But, you know, for the rest of us, we have to go slow like this. So this is what I was doing like a month ago. I was going... Doesn't sound anything like Guitar Man. That's what you got to do. Okay, you have to go really, really slow and just kind of build the connection and do it repetitively over and over and over and over again before you start trying to go too fast. And I was talking to a friend of mine who's recently reading a book on how we learn things, and he was saying, well, I was talking about learning complex songs. He was saying, well, maybe the book says here I'm reading is maybe get some more sleep, and maybe that'll help you learn your song. So I thought, you know, I'm going to try this, and I actually did start taking my sleep a little bit more seriously, and this song started to come easier for me. Okay, and moving forward with this, if you want to start learning the lyrics, it's the same thing when you're doing this rhythm. you got to get the words in there. You got to do it. You might have this down. Okay, but then when you're going to start putting the words in there, you have to slow it down again to put the words in with it. Okay, so you've learned this slow. Okay, you've got it fast. Then when you want to put the words, you have to go back and do it slow. So I quit my job down at the car wash, you know. Left my mama a goodbye note, you know. Just go really, really slow, and really please take your time when you're learning a song like this. It's a really cool song. Trust me, it's worth it to put the time into it. And I really wanted to make this video to help all you young fingerstyle guitar players coming up, or guitar players of all ages learn Guitar Man by Jerry Reed. As I was saying, I didn't find too much information on it when I was learning it personally. So there you go. So now you have the tuning, the 3 chords that are in it. There's one more chord in it too that comes in the bridge. We're going to add that in late in another segment. Then the right and the left hand patterns and the fingerings for it. Okay, happy picking, everybody. Don't forget to check out the website, www.brianbakerguitarstudio.ca. You can download the PDF for this. And please subscribe to our channel here at Brian Baker, and I'll keep uploading the videos for you all to check out. And we'll all keep learning guitar together. I hope everyone's well, and maybe I'll just play it out a little bit here. Okay, take care, everybody. Well, I quit my job down at the car wash, left my mama a goodbye note. At sundown, I left Kingston with my guitar under my coat. Hitchhiked all the way down to Memphis, got a room at the YMCA. For the next 2 weeks, I went hunting them nightclubs, looking for a place to play. Well, I thought my picking would set them on fire, but nobody wanted to hire a guitar man. All right, take care, everybody. See you later.